What's going on, gangsters? Wait a minute, that's not my line. Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? Evil Eddie with you today, or Cyber Ray 1976, doing a long overdue video, VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray update. I've got a lot to show you. I've got a lot to go through. It's going to be a two-parter, maybe even a three-parter. And in case you haven't noticed, we're out in a local cemetery. Wanted to kind of do a little something for Halloween, a little spooky, creepy atmosphere. Do a little something different. And the sun's getting ready to go down, and we're right here at the big mausoleum, just like the one in Phantasm, which is my favorite horror movie, alongside Nightmare on Elm Street, of course. But I was going to show all my horror movies first. But the first thing I wanted to show you was my VHS. I did pick up a few VHS. I wanted to give a special shout out to someone in particular. I got 3 of these particular VHS from my good friend Movernoscopy. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I'm just now getting around to do it. But that's the first 3 I wanted to show off, and I wanted to give him a special shout out. So if you haven't checked out Movernoscopy's page, he's one of the coolest YouTubers on now, and if you haven't watched his stuff, you're really missing out on some really good videos. So first one I got the first 3 from Movernoscopy. I got Screenplay, I got Bloodsuckers from Outer Space, and last but not least, Psychos in Love. Now I got to send him some stuff too, which I'm sure he hasn't got to do an update yet, but in his next update he'll do a shout out for me and show you some of the stuff that he got from me. Alright, and the next 3 I just picked up here and there. I didn't get these from Movernoscopy, but I picked up Angel Heart, and I picked up Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I've been meaning to get a copy of this forever, and I'm just now finding me a copy. And last but not least, I picked up The Omen. I did not have a copy of The Omen. Every horror collector, every horror fan should have a copy of The Omen. Alright, the next one I wanted to go through next, I wanted to show you my my DVDs, but just all horror. Since this is you know, kind of like the Halloween special, we'll go through the horror first. So I'll go through these kind of quick. So I got John Carpenter's Village of the Damned, which I feel is really overlooked and underrated. I like this remake. Picked up Species with Natasha Henstridge, the oh so beautiful Natasha Henstridge. And most of these I found pawn shop for $2, or I found them Broses or Big Lots. Picked up Waxwork 1 and 2. Found this at Rose's for $5. I had these on VHS, but I really wanted them on DVD since I really liked the first Waxwork movie a lot. I had a burnt copy of this, but I went ahead and got this. I found this at Cheap Thrills for a couple dollars. Shaun of the Dead, which if you haven't seen Shaun of the Dead, it's one of the funniest horror comedies ever. This isn't really particularly horror. I guess you could kind of say it's horror. It's kind of horror and sci-fi and action all mixed into one. It's the new Predators movie, which is awesome. If you're a fan of the original Predator with Arnold, you definitely need to check this out. It's an awesome sequel. It really surprised me just how good it was. Picked up Dead Snow, which I've been wanting to get this forever, but everywhere I've found it, they wanted way too much for it. I got lucky and went into a little mom and pop video store, found it for $6.99, and I watched this the other night, and it is awesome. It takes about 45 minutes to get going, but once you get to that 45-minute mark, from there on it's like a roller coaster going downhill. It's just non-stop. It's really good, gory, bloody, fun zombie film. If you've not checked it out, I highly recommend this one. I picked up The Human Centipede. Me and my friend Chris watched this the other night, and I'm just going to let you watch this one. You guys go out, rent it, watch it. You probably don't want any kids to watch it, or even any grown-ups, or any grandparents or anything like that. You know, you don't want them in the room when you're watching this, because this is one, let me tell you folks, this is one twisted, disturbed, messed up movie. And but it's fun though. We had a fun time watching it, so it's definitely different. Let's put it that way. I picked up the remake of The Crazies, which I really liked. I thought it was one of the best remakes in recent years. I liked it a lot. This is a double feature, midnight movie double feature. It comes with 2 Edgar Allan Poe stories. It comes with the Mask of Red Death with Vincent Price, and the second feature is your Premature Burial, which I've not seen either one. Now I have seen the Mask of Red Death, but I have not seen this particular version, and I've always wanted to with Vincent Price's. I hear it's the best version. So this was the only Hellraiser I needed on DVD. I finally got it, Hellraiser Inferno, which is part 5. Not my favorite out of the series, but it was pretty good. Same way with Pumpkinhead. I had 1, 3, and 4 on DVD. I needed the second one. Finally picked up the second one on DVD. Picked up Stuart Gordon's Dawes, which I really like. I feel this is kind of underrated too. It's kind of overlooked. You know, a lot of his other stuff gets looked at before this, like his From Beyond and Reanimator and stuff like that. But I really like Dawes. I thought it was a neat little creepy movie. And my last update, I think it was my last update, I picked up Leprechaun 1, 2, and 3, the triple pack. Well, I picked up Leprechaun 4, 5, and 6. And this is a triple feature. I picked this up at Walmart. I think it was like $7. All 3 Leprechauns for $7. I thought it was a good deal. This is the only From Dusk Till Dawn I needed on DVD, part 3. I had the first one and the second one. Finally picked up the third one. There's another little overlooked gem from the 80s I thought was really creepy and a neat little horror film. If you've not seen this one, it's really good. It's called Scarecrows. I know for the longest time this was really hard to find on VHS, and they finally released it on DVD, and I'm glad they did. Picked up the sequel to 2000 Maniacs. This is 2001 Maniacs, I'm sorry. 2001 Maniacs Field of Screams, the unrated version. I have not seen this yet. Actually, I just picked this up today, but I'll probably watch this tonight. Of course, the first one had Robert Englund playing Mayor Buckman. This one doesn't have Robert Englund in it. This one has Bill Moseley. So I got The Beast Within, which was one of the movies that's really scared me as a kid. That final transformation scene, if you've seen it, you know exactly what I mean. And the last one I'm going to show you in this video, I'll have to wait for the next one to show you the rest. Picked up the triple feature of the Slumber Party Massacre, Roger Corman cult classic triple feature, featuring all 3 Slumber Party Massacre films. And that's all I'm going to show you in this video. Be sure and stay tuned for part 2, where I'll go through the rest of my horror films and the rest of my DVDs, the non-horror, and I got a lot of cartoons too. So be sure and tune in for part 2, and I'll see you then.